Okay, welcome everyone, welcome everyone to our session 2 in room 2 at the Teacher Research Online 2026 conference. I am Sedan Eraldemir Tuyan from Çağ University in Turkey, Turkey, we call it. I'm delighted to serve as the session chair for this session block. In this room today, we will hear several teacher research poster presentations from different mentoring groups, each sharing insights from their exploratory action research projects. Each presenter will have up to 3 minutes to introduce their research. After the presentations of each mini session, we will have a short question and answer discussion where participants are warmly invited to ask questions and share their reflections. Please feel free to note down your questions during the presentation so that we can discuss them afterwards. I want to start with session A, which features teachers from India, mentored by Hajara. Hajara, the screen is yours. You can introduce your mentees. Hajara here. Please unmute yourself, Hajara.
She was here.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
thank you.
She's here. Okay, the screen is yours. Please introduce your mentees and go on. Thank
My
you.
name is Hajara. I am from southern part of India, a state called Kerala. And this is my first experience of this kind. I am new to teacher research seminar. Anyway, I happen to know about teachers research from Regional Institute of English. I have attended a 1-month course there, Teacher Empowering Program, Service Teachers Empowering Program. So even though I have been in the field of teaching for more than 15, 16 years, I could happen to know more about different teaching strategies, then learning styles of children, and also factors affecting teaching of English as a second language as well as a foreign language. Okay, anyway, I'm really thankful to RISA South India Bangalore for familiarizing this teacher research, and we have been exposed to exploratory action research as well. So I have 3 mentees. Three of them are from the southern part of India, one from Telangana, the state of Telangana, and the 2 others from Andhra Pradesh. So I'm so happy to be here, and I have 3 mentees. The first one is Mr. Ilapuram Praveen Kumar. So he'll be presenting the first. He'll be the first presenter here. So I invite Mr. Ilapuram Praveen Kumar to present his paper.
Yeah, thank you, Hajra ma'am. Thank you very much, and I feel very proud to be here on this online platform. This is the first kind of it. I hope I am audible. Am I?
Yeah. Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah, actually, this is first kind of platform. Not even the platform. The first thing, it's a little bit of nervous and little bit of excitement with a lot of enthusiasm to present over here and to present my action research. First of all, very good evening, everyone. The respected my mentor and my professor Ravi Garu and the co-participants and the host team. It's a great privilege here to be here. And myself, I am Praveen Kumar Ailapuram, working as a trained graduate teacher in one of the government schools in Telangana, which is in Peddapalli district, India. So coming to my school, it is completely a rural background. It's a really a challenging task to teach English to the students from the rural background, as most of the students are single parent child or no support from the family. So when I last 1.5 year ago, when I joined the school in a regular transfers, I felt little bit emotional by seeing the children and the way of their speaking, because there is no way of a trace English in them in the school or in the books or in their speaking. So it was a great challenging when I attended 1 month CLT program at RIE South India, Bangalore. It changed me a lot and it motivated me to continue this action research. Regarding this action research, it is about improving the seventh grade students' reading aloud skills. Reading aloud skills, according to my belief, reading aloud skills will make the children to develop their proficiency, pronunciation, and comprehension. That's why I choose this topic. So the main objective of this research was to improve students their fluency, build the confidence among them, and comprehension through structured reading practice. Whatever I implemented in the class, it has given a beautiful results within this couple of months. The methodology I followed is just I use some flashcards and some story text and also group reading activities to promote the peer learning. Then after that, earlier it was a little bit of clumsy and a little bit of problem in the class, but as the research was going on, with the support of my principal and my parents, the research started giving me some fruits. And whatever the findings I got from this research is an increased motivation among the students. I could able to sense it. And the fluency and pronunciation was also started slowly increasing, because I don't know whether it is fortunately, unfortunately, but the government has started a reading campaign program in our state. This also helped me a lot in performing my action research. So by using some technology like WhatsApp or any other social platforms, they are sending their voice clips and everything. And whatever the conclusion I got from this 2 months action research, which is continuing till now, it is that the structured and regular reading activities significantly improved in students' reading aloud skills. So the consistent practice, engaging materials, and supportive classroom interaction play a crucial role in developing fluency, confidence, and comprehension among the learners. So these are the key findings and the conclusion from my action research. Thank you. Ma'am, Hassan ma'am?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you so much, sir. Sir,
yeah.
well done. So anybody has any question regarding? Can I introduce the second one, ma'am?
Yes, please go on with the presentations, and we will have a
Okay.
separate Q&A session after the presentations are over.
Okay. The next one is Mrs. K. Chamundeshwari Kasagana, who chose the topic developing speaking skills of students with low confidence. She is also from southern part of India, from Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So, can I request you to please begin your presentation, ma'am? Chamundeshwari, ma'am. Are you ready there?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm ready here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for introducing me. And good evening to all the dignitaries. I am Durga Chamundeswari from India, Andhra Pradesh, India. So today I am here to present my action research. And this action research I have started on September 1st, 2025. So as a part of my regional Institute of English Language, so Bangalore, training, that there I took the training in CELT. So in this training part, I took this action research. To this action research was on speaking English fluently uh, among rural students. So my main focus was on and among the students to gain confidence and fluency through creative classroom activities. So, as I said earlier, my school is in a deep rural area. Students came from poor society which has less exposure to English. Most of the parents are illiterate. This lack of exposure and no practice makes the students reluctant to speak in English, and even in the classroom, because they don't have any awareness or any exposure to English outside the classroom, and they are all from a deep rural area, and this made them very less experienced to English. So I selected 12 students from the class 8 who were especially hesitant. And my main research question was why are students reluctant to speak in English? So I conducted a baseline test with a self-introduction and picture descriptions. So in this picture descriptions and self-introductions, they showed a fear of describing things or to fear of describing themselves. So this they showed their low awareness or they scored very low in this baseline test. So with this, I planned um, a month long action plan with weekly activities. So before this, I took the feedback from the parents and the students and also from my co-teachers. So all these feedbacks showed me that the lack of awareness is the main reason for their hesitation. So I want to trigger out this problem. So I designed a month-long plan. So in this activities, in this plan, in my action research, I included some tongue twisters and ice-breaking activities or vocabulary activities. So through this, I want to improve the pronunciation of the students. So I could um, achieve in this drills through these drills. And later, I introduce role plays and dialogues, small concerts like small skits like activities. So my students in the beginning they were so much hesitant, but later they slowly began confidence and they slowly started to uh, participate in the activities. So with that, and again I included some classroom activities like peer interviews and some other presentations like debates and speeches in the classroom. So my students slowly gain their confidence and slowly they improve the sentence function and their own. So they have started participating in my activity. Okay, so finally they are familiar to participate in these activities and they started constructing their own sentences and they are eagerly participating in the action research. So earlier I told them that my the purpose of my action research. So then they are very much interested in my activities. So by the end of the time they were very much interested and very much active to participate in this. And my co-teachers also find some positive changes in them. So in the students and their activities and their speaking English in the classroom behavior. So there is a similar is some sort of um, sorry. So change in them. Okay. So for this action research, I must be thankful for Mr. Ravinarayan sir, the respected Ravinarayan sir, who has encouraged me to do this action research. And through this action research, I could find that creative and activity-based learning is um, a very successful method to bring a small changes in the rural students. So I would follow these activity-based and creative classrooms methods. I would follow in the future also. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you all of you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It was a nice presentation. And let me share that these three mentees, I have the next one is Miss N. Hamalada, whose research topic was improving reading fluency in English through phonic-based and guided reading strategies. So, three of them had varied experiences while they conducted this action research, and they shared with me that this mainly we are facing that spoken aspect. Children from our classroom are reluctant to speak, but the other aspects are okay with them, but they are not ready to speak, open up their mouth and speak. Anyway, that was a nice presentation by Chamundeshwari ma'am. And we have the next one, Miss N. Hamalada. Ma'am, are you ready? Can I please request you to begin your presentation? Hema ma'am? She not there? Oh, unfortunately, we cannot connect to Hemalata. She might have had some issues.
Maybe
Madam,
about
just now she messaged me that she has some technical glitch. There is some
Oh,
technical glitch. Just now she
okay.
messaged me.
So, what is our next
okay.
step?
Maybe
We can continue with Ella Maksakova and her two mentees, and then if she comes before the Q&A session, we can let her share her research. Okay, is
Okay,
that
let me
okay?
contact her.
Okay, I
Okay,
would
okay.
like to.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank,
much. Thank you
thank you
so much
so
for your
much.
help.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I would like to invite Ella Maksakova from Tajikistan and her mentees to the stage, the screen. Ella, would you like to introduce yourself and your mentees to the audience?
Thank you very much, Seden, for introducing us briefly. So, hello, everyone. Yes, I'm a mentor from Uzbekistan, and my mentees, they are from Tajikistan. It's both countries are located in Central Asia. I'm also a member of MenTRnet. It's a local community of teacher researchers in Uzbekistan. So my mentors today, they are from the same town, but they research different things. They teach in different contexts. So let me introduce my first teacher researcher, Shaira Sharipova, whose research was done on the intersection of two fields, psychology and pedagogy, because she explored the area of teachers' well-being. We talk a lot about students' well-being, but Shaira explored how teachers' well-being impact their daily routines. Her research topic is how do simple emotional intelligence routines influence teachers' emotion regulation, motivation, and classroom interaction. So I'm ready to give the floor to Shaira. Shaira, yes, let me share your, yes, let me share the screen with your poster, and I will be ready. Here it is. It is coming, I think. Yes. Shaira, you have got your 3 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Ella, for so warm welcoming and introducing me. Hello, everyone. Hello, dear colleagues. Yeah, I'm Shaira Sharipova. I'm from Tajikistan, and this poster presents my action research on emotional intelligence practices and teacher well-being. So I chose this topic. Why? Because in my daily work with teacher trainees, I repeatedly observed a gap between teachers' professional skills and their emotional readiness to teach. So many teachers were, of course, they are like really committed, motivated, but emotionally exhausted and sometimes reactive or disconnected from their own well-being. So with my background in psychology and coaching and mentoring teachers, I wanted to explore simple question, like can small, realistic emotional intelligence practices, routines strengthen teaching presence and classroom climate without adding any extra workload. So this personal and professional experience motivated me to explore this issue. The participants were five English teachers trainees from state schools and one from Central Language Center in Gulistan town in North Tajikistan. So the research questions included what emotions do teachers commonly experience during teaching, what factors influence their emotional well-being and teaching presence. And the last question was how do teachers regulate their emotions in the classroom? During this research, I used qualitative approach. So, and data collection tools I used were class observations, semi-structured interviews, and of course, reflective journal, my reflective journal. And key findings from exploratory phase was that teachers' positive emotions mainly come from internal motivation, a sense of purpose, and positive student feedback. So what was interesting is that emotional state, depending on workload, lesson difficulty, time of the day even, yeah, and of course the stress level. So teaching presence is deeply emotional and relational, not only instructional. And teachers who struggle with emotional regulation, they experience fatigue, reduced, of course, engagement, and emotional exhaustion. Based on these findings, the action phase focused on simple well-being and emotional intelligence practices like emotional check-ins, breathing out, and pausing before uh, reacting, peer sharing, and some also naming emotions during teaching moments and support, peer sharing and support, yeah. So findings from the action phase showed that teachers became
Ira,
more.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sorry for interruption. The 3 minute is over. You will tell more when we have Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful presentation. Then I will stop sharing your screen and we'll be ready to present the next group of my mentees, because this time we are talking about a collaborative research. It is a group of 3 teachers who conducted the research because they work at a university, but they teach in different groups. Yet they observed similar issues within their groups, that the students, the university first, second year students, display lack of interest in writing for academic purposes. So Nigora, Mutriba, and Parvina, they set off to investigate the reasons behind this issue, and they hope to find out what they could do urgently to change the situation for the better. Their academic research is, why do our university students see no value in developing their writing skills? So now to the Nigora, Mutriba, Parvina, even though one teacher of the 3 will be presenting, the 3 of them will be happy to talk more about it. So over to you, and I will be sharing in a second your poster. Here it
Hello,
is.
dear colleagues. I hope
Yes.
you can hear me well. Dear mentors, dear colleagues, we feel very proud to be presenting here today. We are associate professors at Hajara State University, and we were concerned about the writing skills of our students. So our research was a collaborative one, and we worked with 29 students. And all of them studied at the 3rd year. They were 3rd year students with different levels of English. So we were worried why was it important to teach our students writing an essay, and we wanted to know why what students find difficult while writing essays and what mistakes they repeatedly do. So in order to and analyze these questions, these matters. We we implemented both quantitative and qualitative data. So we used such tools as reflective journals, samples of students' essays, questionnaires, and teachers' feedback. So this research showed us that 70% of students they have problems with writing thesis statement, and 42 of them have problems with writing topic sentences. It was quite surprising to find out that only 19% have problems with writing conclusions, and 85% of our students have problems with grammar and academic vocabulary. And we decided to focus on mainly their writing skills, not on grammar and academic vocabulary. So we employed several activities such as highlighting theses, topic sentences, and evidences with different colors. We used TOEFL samples of essays, and we also used a test on writing theses and writing supporting sentences. And the fourth activity was writing thesis using given information. So after we implemented these activities, we also conducted focus group discussion, and we asked our students to write another paragraph so we could see the results of our work. And we also resorted to our own reflective journal. So it showed that 50% of students gave positive feedback on the activities that we used, and 30% of students did not show enthusiasm in performing their activities. 20% of students mentioned that it was not important, and the percentage of students who wrote well-structured essays increased from 30% up to 50%, and writing topic sentences improved from 42% up to 70%.
Thank you very much, Parvina.
Thank you.
Very detailed explanation of your research account. The rest of the details you will be able to give during the QA session. Thank you very much. I'm really proud of you. Sidin, over to you. I will stop sharing the screen now.
Okay, perfect. Actually, over to Ms. Hajara. Her third mentee is back
Yes.
with a 3 minutes presentation. Okay,
Yeah, she
the
had some
floor is
technical
theirs.
issues. Okay,
Yes,
thank you for
please.
the opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
My third presenter is Miss Hemalata, whose research topic was improving reading fluency in English through phonics-based and guided reading strategies. So she is a participant from Model Primary School, Andhra Pradesh, southern part of India, and she also conducted this research. She has been a participant there in RAC, our Regional Institute of English. That really helped us to follow the instructions, the procedures of action research. She also shared with me the happiness of conducting this research, because most of the children are from rural, economically and socially backward families. So this really made them happy. Anyway, let me invite Miss Hemalata to present her topic. So, ma'am, please,
Yes, ma'am.
the floor is yours. Okay.
Hello, everyone. This is Hemalata, working as school assistant in MP Model Primary School, Rajampet, AP, Andhra Pradesh. I'm from India. Today, I'm presenting my action research conducted under the guidance of RIESC, Regional Institute of English, South India. My research topic is difficulty in reading among students of grade 5th and 6th. My school is located in a rural area, and most students come from economically weaker families. Many of them are first generation learners, and their mother tongue is Telugu. Due to limited exposures of English outside the classroom, students face difficulty in reading English words, pronunciations, and understanding simple sentences also. During classroom observations, I noticed that students of classes 5th and 6th struggled with word recognition, pronunciation, and reading fluency and comprehension also. Therefore, I selected the reading difficulty as the focus of my action research. For this study, I selected 10 students from 5th class. A baseline test was conducted by me using the short passes. The results showed that 70% couldn't read subsequent sentences fluently and 60% made pronunciation errors. 50% couldn't answer comprehension questions. Students also showed lack of confidence in reading aloud. To address this issue, I implemented a 1-month action plan with activities such as phonic introductions, guided and choral reading, vocabulary learning using pictures and meanings, echo reading, reading games, and simple sentences practices. These activities were aimed at improving reading fluency, vocabulary, and confidences. After implementing these strategies, I observed a positive improvement. Reading fluency improved by about 40%. Students became more confident to read aloud. Pronunciation improved. Students developed greater interest in reading. So, conclusion, this action research helped me understand the importance of phonics-based instructions and guided reading. I clearly shows that regular reading practice and supportive classroom activities can significantly improve students' reading ability in rural learning contexts. The success of the research was possible due to proper planning, sincere implementation, students' participation, and the valuable guidance of the SALT of RISC Bangalore. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you very much to the presenters and their mentees, teacher researchers. I would like to open the floor for a short question and answer session. If anyone has a question or a comment for any of the presenters, please feel free to raise your hand or post your question in the chat. Unfortunately, we are behind the time schedule, so I request you to keep the answers brief and short your questions again, please.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Okay. The question is for Nigara Parvina, and I'm not sure who the third person was that participated. I find it really interesting that you collaborated together on exploratory action research, because I think it's kind of on the edge between research and kind of a community of practice, a very small one. And I wondered what advantages you think there were to the three of you working together, and were there any disadvantages?
Okay. Who will take the question?
Okay.
Nigora, Mutriba, maybe someone of you, ladies?
Okay, advantages. Hello, good evening. Okay, disadvantages and advantages of collaborating working together. Advantages was that we learned from each other. We just learn to work with each other. And of course, we get closer than before. And the disadvantage was that all of us just have our own opinion, yes, and own, of course, view of the topic, of the issue. And because it was difficult to find the key balance and to find one just a conclusion on one solution of any question, but I think yes, just all this disputing and all these hours, yes, just seeking for a new, just get and finally, yes, we get the success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I take in, sorry for the mispronunciation if I am. I take in has a question. Please ask your
Yes.
question.
I have a question for Shaira Sharipova, if sorry for mispronunciation.
Yeah.
Did the implementation of emotional intelligence routines lead to any measurable change in teachers' behavior or engagement at school? If so, what change did you observe, and would you like to continue this project or this research not only for teachers but also students?
Mhm. Thank you so much for the question. It's a really interesting, great question. Yes, actually, yes, of course, the findings showed that actually, yeah, it confirmed that emotional well-being and teaching presence are really inseparable. And even like brief, it was like brief, short 1 week working days practices, routines on emotional intelligence. And really it helped because there were like reports like reducing stress, increasing calmness, and they like felt stronger in the terms of confidence, yeah, teaching confidence. And also, they reported about the improved cooperation, and there were very few conflicts in a student-teacher cooperation, even with their colleagues. What is interesting, yeah, and more positive, like the interaction over there with students and with the colleagues were positive. Yes, and yeah, about continuing. Yes, I am actually working on emotional intelligence for the last 4 years. I'm researching it and I'm working on it. And yes, of course, I'm continuing. Even I'm right now studying in TESOL courses. I'm taking course in TESOL also in emotional intelligence. So I'm improving my knowledge and professional growth. Thank you for the question, I take in.
Perfect. Any other questions from the audience? Any comments? Because I would like to move to yeah, Ella, last question from you. Yeah.
Do we have time for 2 questions?
Actually, we are behind the time because of
well,
the
fine.
start, but
Then
please do ask your question.
I have a question to Praveen Kumar. Zor, it's a question for you. Because you said reading aloud in a class of 30 students, how did you organize practicing it? Because it's a large class. Did you ask them to do it at home, practice, or organize it in groups, in pairs? How did you attend to listen that they are improving in a class of 30 students, maybe more?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. The 30 students in the sense I used to, as I said, I was teaching in the rural background, right? So I first initially decided to conduct this action research for only 5 students from seventh grade. Earlier, when I started, it was the number was just seven. Among them, two were regular absentees, so it was five only. But as it got rapidly progressed, mainly what the point you have stressed, specially, ma'am, the parent support. The parents had supported me a lot. I took a promise from them that they will make their children to read at least for 15 minutes. They will be with them. And I asked them to send the audio clips through WhatsApp. After 1 week, I got tremendous responses from the parents. Actually, one became two, two became more. That's why I increased the number, and that number was being shifted to even for eighth class also,
Hmm. Thank you.
not only
Yeah, so
seventh
you
class.
extended the time of
Yeah, extended
interaction with,
because
yeah.
as the time was passing by,
Mm.
I got some confidence with that fruitful
Thank
results.
you.
Some of the
Thank you,
students,
sir.
even they felt jealousy that they were not been in this group because I'm conducting some different activities, some attractive activities with the children. I was taking for them for the field trip and making them to listen. I made them to expose to listen a lot of English by taking the Bluetooth speaker to the class. And moreover, I used to get some some special classes, being this academic learning improvement program classes for me as per my government schedule. So I utilize that classes. That is the secret behind it, increasing the number. Actually, even I thought that this question will be posed by someone if I get that, if I give that number 30, but it's true, it's real, and I made it.
Well, excellent
Thank you.
questions, excellent
Thank you.
answers are
Thank you.
going on. I need to
Thank you.
stop
Thank you.
you all here because we have we have two more sessions actually, so we need to manage the time wisely. I think was your question to
Yes.
Kumar or
No. I have a question to Kasagana Durga. 8th grade students reluctant to speak English. That research.
very shortly. Ask your question, please.
Okay, and ma'am, you mentioned that your findings show students had a lack of confidence, limited vocabulary, and little exposure to English. That I experienced the same and few opportunities for practice and encouragement. How long does it take you to bridge these gaps? And how does this research process affect your other classes? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your question. Actually, it took me for one month, and I gave the encouragement through some little bit videos. In Andhra Pradesh, we have some interactive flat panels in every classroom. So I could able to show them some videos of English language and English pronunciations, and some video games like English games, word games like that. So they are interested towards that video clips and the pronunciation drills in the beginning. So later they are very much interested to participate in these activities. So that's how I could manage to improve their interest and to make them participate in this. Because they are very poor background, so they don't have any access to this English language, because their parents are also very illiterate. They don't have the chance to read at least a newspaper in English. So I make them to just stay with this video clips and this games like word games and vocabulary games. So it's how I took it at least 1 month, and it's going on now also. So they are very interested, and the other students from this class also, they have started joining in this group, and they also engaging in the part in these activities. So that's how I could manage it. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you, Durga. Thank you so much. Let's move on to session B. The teachers from Argentina, mentored by Ruben Mazzei and his co-mentor, Mariana Serra. Is Mariana here, Ruben?
No, Sedan, she is in another room.
Okay.
With other mentees. Yes.
Then, okay. As a mentor, please very shortly introduce yourself. We know you very well, but other people from the audience may not know you. And your mentees, please.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So then may I have sharing permission, please?
Well, Eleonora, we ensured that
Maybe you have to make me co-host.
Yeah, I made you but then you were out, so I think it's.
That's why I did change.
Yeah. I think I made you.
Now I can. Now I can.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
Thank you, Eleonora.
Okay. So let me share a slide. Yes. Oh, sorry. What's up? Here. Showing some of the teacher researchers here in this room, and some others are with Mariana in another room. The teachers here are, Subi, Ilyasov, Barbara Galvan, Mu from Myanmar, well, Subi from Azerbaijan, Barbara from Argentina, and Yumiko here, Fushita Imanishi from Japan. The other three are also teacher researchers, and all of them here participated in our teacher research for professional development workshop series, which we are facilitating with Mariana as lead moderators, let's say, together with the mentors. You can read at the bottom of the page, who have done a great work, working with teachers and with teacher researchers. And we facilitate this workshop every year as part of the MenTRnet Mentoring Teacher Research Network series. And from last year, we are facilitating the workshop in end of September and October for 5 weeks. So you are all invited to participate this year too. It is free, so you are welcome. Thank you, Subi, Barbara, Yumiko, for having accepted to present at the IATEFL Teacher Research Conference as a result of your participation in the workshop. So let me stop sharing and introducing our first presenter, Subi Ilyasov from Azerbaijan. He is, a facilitator and founder of the Volunteer Teacher Activity Group, right? A good job. And his presentation is about instructions. The title specifically is How Clear Are My Instructions? So, Subi, we are eager to know how clear your instructions are, right? Okay, so you have the floor. You have 3 minutes. Thank you. I will share your poster. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, I will share the poster.
Ruben, do you hear me?
Okay. Yes. Can you see the poster well?
Yeah, right now I can see my poster. Thanks, Ruben. Hi, everybody. Good day, good morning, good evening, all. And I see lots of VTech teachers from here. I would like to thank all of them. So, guys, I am Subi Ilyasov from VTech Azerbaijan, and I have been teaching English for 13 years. I started my own teacher research project while attending the Teacher Research for Professional Development Workshop Series 2025, and I continued it on my own afterwards. I want to thank Professor Richard Smith for proofreading my focus area research questions, and Mrs. Anna Garcia for her continuous support, and Ruben and Mariana as well. So my focus today is how clear and effective my instructions are in the classroom. I conducted this research with 12 years students at A1 level and 14 years students at A2 level. Basically, I am a village school teacher, and the number of students in my classes students in my classes is 2, 3, maximum 9. Yeah, but before I worked in Baku, in the capital city of Azerbaijan, but there were 40, 45 students in one classroom. So my focus over the past 2 years, I noticed many students don't fully understand my instructions. This often leads confusion, repeated explanations, and translation from Azerbaijan, which wastes class time. So I decided to look more closely at how I give instructions. I asked myself 3 exploratory questions. What do I consider when giving instruction in EFL classroom? I explore this through my own reflections and reading others' written ideas about the topic. Second, do my students find my instruction clear? I ask students to share their thoughts exit tickets, and what form do my instruction take? I recorded myself in class to see how I deliver instruction. So through this research, I noticed a lot of problems. Sometimes my instructions weren't suitable for my students' level. I didn't grade the language. For example, in grade 1, the instructions include visual icons, but I hadn't noticed that before this research. Also, I used complex sentences, and then my instructions were long and not simple enough. I sometimes commentated, explaining what I was thinking instead of just giving clear steps. And most students didn't understand my ICQ's instruction checking questions. For example, when I asked, "Are you working in pairs or alone?" students looked confused and wanted me to translate. Students also struggle with long written prompts, and when I give instruction only orally, they often forget them. To improve, I develop an action plan. First, I taught my students common instruction verbs like decide, discussion, explain, write, blah, blah, and then explaining ICQs. So teach students how to analyze prompts, asking, what does this prompt ask you to do? So we practice a lot about this. So I start post before giving instruction to get students' attention. So I realized that first I give instructions, then handout. Okay, so give instruction first, handout second. So
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Your time is almost up, so
Oh,
maybe we can continue the discussion in the question and answer period. Is that okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, so now I think Mariana Serra has joined in. Yes. So welcome, Mariana. You are here. Yes. Okay, so let me stop sharing this and let me introduce A. Mu, who is an associate professor in Winsin Online University in Myanmar. And her presentation is called A Reflection on Some Applicable Professional Strategies for Bilingual Teachers in Myanmar. Okay, so AA, the floor is yours, and I will be sharing your poster. Is that
Thank you.
okay? Yeah. Okay, so you have 3 minutes. AA,
Yes.
thank you.
So I am AA Mu from Myanmar. The title of the topic I'm going to present is A Reflection on Some Applicable Professional Strategies for Bilingual Teachers in Myanmar. This research project addresses unclear instruction I observed in tertiary level bilingual teachers in Myanmar who are struggling with their feedback on writing and their professional strategies. The study focused on a group of 10 tertiary level teachers with lack of professional development, training, and their competency. Through a 10 weeks long intervention plan involving peer coaching, classroom observation and supervision, mentoring, and group discussion, I guided the teacher who were then unable to overcome their anxiety and fear. Data from the student and teacher feedback along with the classroom observation and indicated significant improvement in using clear classroom languages. The finding revealed that interactive activity-oriented strategies are more efficient than traditional lecture method when giving feedback on student written conversation tasks. This research demonstrates the transformative potential of the implementing effective professional strategies and communication skill in interactive classroom environment. And here is the two research question. How does using exploratory, action research, framework improve, giving instruction on feedback of interactive, writing skill bilingual teacher in Myanmar. How do the teacher respond to the implementing of EAR framework? Thank you.
Sorry, I was muted. So thank you. I was saying thank you. I was thanking AA for this topic. I'm also interested for working with teachers in their professional development as well. So we will discuss further in the Q&A session. Yeah. Well, now let me introduce Barbara Galvan, who is, well, a teacher of English, and she works at a cultural institute or language school called ASI, yes, in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And she has been working, researching, exploring the topic of designing effective AI prompts for literature-based activities in primary EFL classes. Okay, so Barbara, I will share your poster in a minute.
Okay, good morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you for coming.
Let's have it here. Wait a minute. Just a second, because I have downloaded it so that it is larger.
Well, I can start maybe.
Okay. Yes, now the poster is visible.
Yes, we see.
That's okay.
Good. Well, first of all, thank you, Ruben and Mariana, for accompanying us through our research path, let's say. We were quite stuck, and I say we because I was working last year with a partner, a colleague researcher, and even though we were doing research about the same topic, our classes were different and the outcomes were different as well. So I'm going to start about the topic, which was generative AI. And we wanted to delve into how our students made questions with using storybooks. We decided to focus on a prompt, yes, and see how our students interacted with a chatbot, a generative AI chatbot. We, as Ruben told you, we implemented this in a English institute. We have very small classes, and it's great to do research there because you can see all of the pieces our students create. So we teachers designed the first prompt and collected the evidence. And then we saw that there was a lot of data. Through our notes, we could see that there were many things to do to investigate, but that was the moment where we needed help. So the Teacher Research for Professional Development workshop series was a great place where we share our doubts, and our mentors helped us choose one way or the other, because this is such a new topic, generative AI, and there is no much research done on this topic. So our mentors' help was super valuable. We decided to focus on the use of prompts. Later in the future, I think we can do more research, but in this case, we focus on prompts, and we decided at the bottom, you can see a second prompt that it's called target. Target because the prompt focus on task, actors, restrictions, guidance, errors, and target learner. And what happened here in my group was that this was for children, right? The second prompt was less effective than we thought. The interventions were better, but it was the answers were less accurate. So for further steps, I think that in the future, I will have to polish and refine the weak aspects of the prompt and try again. I was surprised about this. I thought it was a strong prompt, but well, this is part of the journey, right? So I think in the future, we have to polish a little bit more and add another step. And that's all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Barbara. Interesting and a current topic, generative AI. All right. Okay. Well, we move on now to the last teacher researcher, who is Yumiko Fujita Imanishi from Japan. She is a doctoral student at the University of St. Andrews and an English language teacher at Yokoyama Municipal Science Frontier High School. Her topic is exploring student voice and English language motivation in an EFL context through exploratory action research. So, Yumiko, welcome. I will share your post too. Let me see.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, Yumiko,
Okay.
perfect. Yeah, at least me. Okay. Okay, can you see your poster, Yumiko?
Yes, I can hear.
Yes,
I can
okay.
see the poster. Yes.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Yumiko Fujita Imanishi. I'm a doctoral student at the University of St. Andrews, an English teacher in Japan. I'm honored to share my exploratory action research with you today. I sent you the link to my poster to the chat, so if you want to access it, please do it. In my poster, you can see the progress of my year-long EAR in chronological order. So first, let me talk about my contexts. In my country, Japan, although primary and lower secondary school students enjoy their communicative English language learning at school, when they get into upper secondary school, they have to prepare for university entrance exams. So my research aim is to foster their English language learning in difficult transition year from lower secondary school to upper secondary school by respecting students' ideas and perspectives. In term 1, which is exploratory phase, I asked the students to write weekly reflection sheets to understand their emotions and worries. And whenever I found out their worries, I directly talked with them to understand their feelings and solve problems together with them. At the end of the term, some students said my teacher listened to us well, which encouraged me to continue my research. During the summer holidays, instead of difficult workbook, I asked my students to conduct self-directed research projects based on their interests and hobbies. And after the summer holidays, they shared what they did during summer holidays. And they could inspire each other by sharing their projects to enjoy their English language learning based on their interests. And in action phase in term 2, 7 volunteer students worked as co-researchers with me, and we analyzed the data from summer projects to co-design winter projects as the second projects to make it better. And after winter projects, more students engaged in the projects, and they said they had fun with group members to conduct winter projects. At the end of the year, many students said they could enhance their motivation to learn language through 2 projects in a year. Also, students as co-researchers says they were passive participants before in classroom, but after working as co-researchers, they learned the importance of actively involve classroom lesson designs together with the teacher, which is meaningful for both teacher and students, they think. And as a teacher, I learned that respecting my student voice is very important. not only to enhance students' motivation, but also for professional growth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yumiko, for your presentation, right?
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, then, so
Oh.
this finishes our mini session, yes,
Okay.
sub-session of the 4 mentees. All right.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you very much for all the presenters and their mentors for this very interesting presentations. Now I open the floor to question and answer. We will have 20 minutes. Please ask your questions, raise your hand for that, or you can ask your questions in the chat box and I can follow and just ask it for you. Okay. Felicia raises her hand.
Hi. Thank you. That was very interesting presentations. I've got 2 questions, one to Barbara and one to Yumiko. Let me just lower down my hand. Thank you. Barbara, could you give us an example of one of the prompts that you use with your students? Because I find that even in my own practice, the prompts can sometimes be, a little bit too specific. And I don't do the prompts myself. I get my students to do the prompts themselves. So sometimes if it's too narrow and they don't get the information they want, and if it's too wide, they're very much overwhelmed by the prompt. So could you kind of like give us an example of the prompt that you use with your students? Thank you.
Okay, good. The first prompt, I designed it together with my colleague, Paula Suparo. She's here. And I had little children with A1 level of English. So I thought about writing a prompt with we were working with stories, right? So I provided the prompt with the context and I told my students have an A1 level of English. They have read this story and they are going to interact with you as if you were a character of the story. They know this, and this structure. For example, have got, can for abilities, WH questions. You have to, I mean the chatbot, you have to provide short answers. This is the first prompt. And in that interaction, we saw that sometimes the chatbot hallucinated somewhere. And we decided to create another prompt. And in this case, we work with a target model. This is something we designed. It wasn't, there is very little literature about this. So we designed the prompt that focuses on task, role, action, yes. And here we redefined the prompt. It was longer, much more longer, and there the results were others. So maybe the first prompt was 2 paragraphs long, and the second was, I don't know, 5 paragraphs long. It was much longer, more specific.
Thank you. And may I ask, what chatbot did you use?
Excuse me?
May I ask what chatbot did you use?
We use a customized educational chatbot in ChatGPT.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Barbara. I'll give somebody else a chance before I ask Yumiko my question.
I don't see anyone. Thank you very much, Felicia. Anyone raising their hands, their thumbs up? There's a question in the chat box to Yumiko from Claris. Yumiko, did you encounter any challenges encouraging your students to participate as co-researchers For example, were they concerned about the time commitment and whether it might affect their schoolwork? And did you also need to persuade their parents? The question is in the chat box.
Yes.
Nicole, is it clear?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and thank you, your questions, Clarice. Thank you very much. And the first question is that the difficulties to participate as co-researchers. Yes, at the beginning of the year, I had to ask their parents and them to give me the informed consent, and after getting the ESCAL approval from ESCAL committee at university, because I'm currently becoming a student as well as an English teacher. So, and also they are under 16, age of 16. So it's very important to protect their rights as children. That was a very difficult part because it was first time for me to conduct such process and also for students too. But when I explained them the purpose of the research, they understood. Yes. And as for time constraint, yes, it was very difficult because there were 7 students as a volunteer. But luckily we could find the day, which was Tuesday, every Tuesday. We had a spare time after school, both teacher and students, all students. So we had a meeting after school, which was very enjoyable, and I hope they enjoyed it too. So when you do the research at school, we have to not take care of not only students, but also parents if they're very young age. And also the time constraint and also curriculum constraints. And there are some difficulties, but even though there are such constraints, we can find the way of conducting research in the way we would like to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Yumiko. Thank you so much. We have a question from Aytekin. Could you ask your question?
Yes, I have a question to Barbara. Sometimes, Barbara, when we use AI as a teacher's assistant or we generate curriculum-based question, we see misleading answer, as you mentioned, hallucination. And how to avoid this and get accurate and useful results. Have you
Good
experienced the
question.
same situation?
Yes, very good question. And I think it's going to be useful for you if you want to implement this. What we did was to provide the script together with the prompt, the script and pictures maybe. In my case, I had to adapt the storybook I used because some structures were too difficult for my students to understand it. So before that, I adapted the story into present tenses, and I attached the prompt, the story to the prompt. And I told the chatbot, you cannot give information that is not in the story.
Okay, narrow down the problem, yes, narrow down the problem. Okay, thank you for the answer.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Aytekin and Barbara. Finita has a question.
Thank you, Seden. Good afternoon. Oh, hello, everyone.
Good afternoon. Go on, please.
Yeah. Okay. My question goes to the speaker who presented on how clear and effective are my instructions. I think that was the first speaker. I would like you to tell us, to share your experience with us. What classroom behavior did you observe? What did your students show as behavior in your classroom that led you to the conclusion that they did not understand your instructions?
Okay, Finita, thanks for your question. So let me answer your question. Okay, when I gave instruction to my students, they didn't understand me and they stopped and they wanted me to translate from English into their native language. and it took a lot of time, and they didn't write, and they wanted me to support them, to translate. That's why I saw that they confused a lot, and they didn't like my lesson a lot. That's why I would like to learn the reasons why they don't understand my instruction. As a result of my research, I found out that my students didn't know instruction verbs. This is the first one. They don't. First of all, then I prepared my action plan, and I added many verbs when instruction verbs. First, I teach them. So when I ask my students, are you working in pairs or alone? They don't understand the word alone, in pairs. And when they heard these words for the first time, they shocked. But when we repeat it many times, they are get accustomed to it. I think that teachers are the main person in the classroom, and if we know our students' level, we can help them a lot. Also, I would like to answer this one about prompt. For example, in my research, my students also didn't understand written prompt. That's why I did lots of activities based on, for example, one task: weather affects people in different ways around the globe. Think about a time when the weather has had a significant impact on your life. Write a 5-sentence paragraph sharing your experience. Include a topic sentence, supporting sentence, and a concluding sentence. Use at least 2 linking words. So, what is this prompt asking the writer to do? So I ask my students, how many sentences are you going to write? They say 5. What are you going to write? Our experience. What do you need to include? A topic sentence, supporting sentence, concluding. How many linking words? So while designing this kind of activities, I help my students to understand the written prompts.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Supi.
Thank you.
Who asked question? Finita, thank you for asking the question. Any other questions? I saw Ruben raising your tongue.
Thank you. So then I was about to ask Subi because I interrupted her presentation because of a question of time. So sorry, Subi. Yes, but maybe to just if you wanted to add something else, probably you were talking, answering Finita's question about the results and the findings, right?
Thanks, Ruben, for giving the floor to me. But, I have written a lot of important information on my Padlet. If you share the link, they'll read it because all of them about my own experience. Also, I am one of the experts at Ministry of Science and Education for assessing textbooks for public schools. That's why we work on instruction a lot. That's why I use lots of my experience. And if you share the link with them, they'll find some important experience from mine. Yeah.
Okay, yes, the links to all posters of all the conference are in the program. Okay, so you can go back to them. Yes.
So I miss Mariana.
Yes, she's
I shared the conference program again so that our participants can reach and just have a detailed look in the specific posters. Okay, I also shared. Sorry, go on.
No, just something that Subi, just very brief, something that Subi has just mentioned in relation to working with textbooks. Yes, I think instructions in textbooks should be clear enough. Yes,
clear and short. Yeah,
for all and contextualized, etc. So I would like to learn more about that, Subi. Yes.
Also, Ruben. Some instruction some instruction in the books are too long, and when the teacher gives them, they can remove some parts, based on their students' levels. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sedan.
Thank you,
Thank you, Sedan.
I've been sharing the link for the certificates and the form for the feedback. Please give us feedback so then we better, we all, I mean, including mentors, chairs, everyone can help you serve you better. And please complete the certificate forms so that you can be awarded for this invaluable work you have done. I will move on to, if no one has any questions. Okay, so we will move on. Eleonora, shall we give there's 5 minutes break. I think we have time for that. Do you know? I mean, we can continue.
I mean, some of them like continued, so it's up to you. Yeah, I think we can continue if you want, and then have like longer break.
Yeah, that would be more rewarding. Actually, yeah, let's continue. Thank you very much to all the presenters for sharing their research. Now we have teachers from Uzbekistan, mentored by Dilafruz Sarimsakova, Fatima Rafikova, Ugilkon.
No. So then this is day 2, day 1.
Is it day 1? Okay,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Who is
Jasurbek?
My mistake. Again, we have Jasurbek, yeah, teachers from Uzbekistan, mentored by Jasurbek Ibragimov. Please, the stage is yours, the floor is yours. Forgive me for that horrible mistake. Okay, yeah, our mentor, Jasurbek, the floor is yours. Please introduce yourself first and then your mentees, please.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yep.
you are. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening to students and participants for Uzbekistan. Maybe good afternoon for others who are just continuing their life for the daytime. I'm Jasurbek Ibragimov, and I'm the teacher at Namangan Institute of Foreign Languages, and at the same time, and doing research in some other field like literature studies. So I have classes with exploratory action research project, and there are 3 of my students who want to share their research with you. I think that you may find interesting their research, because this kind of the prompt and kind of things are useful for you. My first mentees is Dilshada Abduqayyumova. She wants to share the topic of managing time effectively during classroom activities. Dilshada is here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm sharing 1 minute.
Just want to highlight one more thing. They are undergraduate student teachers.
Yep. Undergraduate students. I forget.
Yeah, it's okay. Like just you
Yep.
know, like to give some interesting also perspective.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, the floor is yours. You didn't forget about, you have only 3 minutes to just give and present your topic. Good luck. Start.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Dilshada, and I am a third year student and the film Nagan State Institute of Foreign Language. And the research topic focuses on time effectively during classroom activities. The research was conducted during my teaching practice at Mazzei, Nagan School, based on artificial intelligence, and I work with 7 students, and on average there were about 16 students in class, and each class During my lessons, I noticed that the students had different learning space because some students finished activities quickly while others needed more time. That's why, because of this, I decided to explore how time management affects students' participation and learning. I develop research and collect data using a regional student survey and critical friends observation notes. From the exploratory stage, I learned several important things about time management in my classroom. And the survey results showed that most students felt the time given for activities was generally enough. In fact, 41% strongly agreed and 46% agreed, which means more than 8% had a positive opinion about them. The allocated for activities have clear time limits. And during the session stage, I applied several strategies like flexible timing and providing extra tasks for faster students and giving additional support to slower students. The result from the student survey showed a very positive feedback. Most students reported that these strategies helped them stay focused and complete the activities more comfortably. For example, more than 90% of students had a positive response, and all students had as a teacher support help them understand activities better. All the acts showed the flexible time management and tour guides can improve student engagement and participation during classroom activities. Thanks for attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Dilshada, for effective presentation. Today's kind of the most hot topic is time management in the language class. So thank you very much. Okay, our next presenter is Hoshim Janova Sarvanos. Her topic is 5th and 7th grade school students struggle to pronounce words. I think she's in the room. 1 minute. Sarvanos, are you here?
Yes, I am, teacher.
Minute. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. You can start, but don't forget about 3 minutes talk.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am also third year student at IATEFL and exploratory action research.
Maybe they don't need to share the video. So, okay, maybe we can.
First, I tried to make questionnaire for students to analyze what actually they are struggling and what can help them to pronounce better. Then, as I expected, it was the first language impact. I mean, our mother tongue language was trouble for learning other languages pronunciation. We know in Uzbek, every single letter in words we pronounce, but in English it's different. So when it comes to the solution, I tried substitution drills. Just I explained them some rules and make them students repeat after me. But I asked one of my colleagues to observe my lessons. She gave feedback me and said it was not working so efficiently. Then I tried to change my method. I make the students to practice pronunciation nearly every single lesson and some other exercises related to speaking, both speaking and pronunciation. So I can say doing research in everything in teaching can be helpful for the teachers because when we are solving a problem, we should not only consider the problem to solve it, just we should find the reasons for the problem, then try to find appropriate solutions. That's it all about my action research for the first time.
Thank you very much, Sarunas, for having good kind
Thank
of
you.
presentation. Yep, at the beginning you have some internet problems, so some parts I missed it. But anyway, thank you very much. Okay, and I think I have again another
Thank you.
kind of mandate. Yep, thank you very much. And we have Mohloroyem, and she's going to give or she's going to just share the topic of how to use the teacher's tone of voice to attract students' attention. Mohloroyem, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm sharing
Can I
the
start?
screen. Okay, 1 minute. You shouldn't forget about 3 minute time limit. So, okay, her topic is how to use teacher's tone of voice to attract students. Okay, you can start, Mohloroyem.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. I'm
Mm-hmm.
Kushkara third year student at Namagan State Institute of Foreign Language. Today, I'm going to present about my research. My research focuses on how to use the tone of voice to attract. Yes. I
I
continue.
think
Is it
your
audible?
yes, it is audible, but some parts your speech are slowing down. Please be sure you should be on the kind of the near places to the internet connection, like Wi-Fi or something else. Okay, you can
Alright.
continue. Now it's audible.
I conducted this research at 19th Public School in Namagan, with my first class students. To understand what?
It's okay. Yeah, go on. So we will hear the most important things. Go on.
in order to colors research how the voice student and engage. So during actual factors in the program that teacher
I think she will not be able to present her poster because of the internet connection. I shared her poster link specifically in the chat. What do you think?
I think, yeah.
Can we hear you? Just go on for a few minutes, just 1 minute more. Just summarize the content of your research.
Yeah.
That's all okay. Go on. We have time.
All right. Based on these findings, I developed an action plan to improve the use of tone of voice in my teaching practice. During the action stage, I implemented several strategies that later showed positive changes on my students. Firstly, I tried to use clear tone of voice and speaking slowly with pauses when explaining any topic. Secondly, I reflected on my teaching progress that helped me to improve my voice tone. How did I get to know the changes on my students' attention and their engagement? Well, I organized an informal conversation with my students. Through this way, I learned about my students' opinions. I asked several questions during our informal conversations. With this, their response pointed that they want to hear a friendly and encouraging tone of voice because this makes them to feel more comfortable so that they can naturally participate during the lesson. To sum up, I realized that using the right tone of voice helps to easily grab students' focus, which increases their engagement in the classroom. That's all about my research. Thank you for your attention, and sorry about that all problems.
Okay, thank you very much, Mohla for good start and good finish. Okay, they are all my mentees. I think.
Over to me. Okay, Jasurbek, thank you so much to you and your lovely mentees, the teacher candidates. We are so proud of them. Okay, so I would like to open the stage for Q&A. You can ask your questions by raising your hand, or you can ask them in the chat box, but let's hear one another. And why not ask from the screen? Any questions to our teacher candidates?
There is some in chat.
There is some in chat.
Yeah, I think Nigora wrote.
Okay, teachers' tone is very important during class. Good research, there's feedback. Can you give a sample from your research? Mohla Roim, another question. One positive comment and another question.
A sample?
Yeah, a sample from your research.
So, can I say about a result from questionnaires?
Why not? Yes.
All right. So, I gave some questionnaires, which is online. Through their phones, my 14 students participated in the questionnaire, and the questions were all about
how do you like if the teacher's tone of voice is clear or engaging? And most of the students, like 75% of students, agreed that the teachers use clear tone of voice, and 35% of students were bored if the teacher uses monotonous or quiet voice during the class. So through any other several questions, I concluded that I have to vary my voice tone during the classroom, and also I have to pause sometimes to give time for my students to think about what the topic is if I'm explaining a topic. So this is it.
That's great. Thank you so much. Ella has a question. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. A question and a comment. I was just thinking how lucky our third-year students who already have learned about how to conduct teacher research. Like, I wish I knew it, yeah, in my times when I was a student. So, and yeah, that's a great job to did by your mentor, Jasurbek, right? And the entire university who made it, who welcomed the initiative and provided you space, yes, and space and welcomed your efforts. Now, would like to ask a question, Sarvinos. Pronunciation. I was thinking while you were presenting, okay, nowadays when there is a kind of an agreement that, well, native-like pronunciation from language users are not the goal to be achieved by all means, I wanted to ask you, if you asked your students, what do they think? How important is it for them to work on pronunciation? Because, yeah, before there was this native speaker level proficiency when everybody tried to achieve that native-like proficiency. Nowadays, well, as long as language speakers pronounce words and sounds intelligible, that might be taken as quite normal. So did you ask your students about if they see value on working on their pronunciation, and what, if yes, what did they say to you? Thank you. Sarvinos.
Okay, go on.
Unmuted.
Sarvinos,
unmuted.
go on. Okay, yes.
You should click on your mic.
Unmute yourself, Sarvinos.
Now?
Yep, now
Is it?
it's
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Well, my students were really curious about learning pronunciation, I can say, because sometimes, rarely, some native speakers visit our school, and of course, me and my students are used to speak in English, but they always say something different in native speakers and teacher. We want to speak like them, and that's why activities and my some questionnaire, all of them were really interesting for them, and I can say they also enjoy my research.
Yes, yes, foreigners. So your students probably noticed that they pronounce something differently. So that motivated them to work on their pronunciation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ella. Thank you, Savinos. Okay, if nobody has, I have a question to Dilshada first. Dilshada, yeah, are you there? Okay. Did anything surprising happen during your research project?
Yes, my research project was interested in me because I noticed that some students finished the activities very quickly while others needed more time. Because of this, I decided to explore. And overall, the action stage showed that flexible time management and teacher guidance can improve students' engagement and participation during classroom. And this situation made me happy.
Okay, excellent. And how does Mohle Rojin answer this question? Was there anything surprising to you during this research project? From your learning, of course, you are teacher candidates and you are constructing your teacher selves, which is very good, as Ella said, on the third year of this training education, like training education, what is it? This training journey. Before you start your jobs, it's a great opportunity to understand your beliefs, values, and things. Okay, anything surprised you most?
Yes, there were. So during my practicum, I did my research on elementary school students, fourth class students. So they were so young. That's why sometimes they do not understand what I am saying. And that's why I had some, let's say, more difficulties with them during my practicum. And after doing my research, solving my problems, the only problem I had was my tone of voice. So that after all of the research is done, I improved myself. And the surprising thing was my students were very attentive and clearly paying attention to my lesson. So that I was proud of my research doing this. Doing
That's
this
very
ER project.
excellent. That's very successful of you to complete your project with this kind of a reward. Very confidence raising, right? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And how about Savinos? Anything surprising happened to you during or after the research project process? Is she here?
Are you
Would you like to?
hearing?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Yes. I mentioned it. Of course, in the teaching process, we always face troubles, but research is something different. It helps us not only consider the problem, but the causes or reasons for the problem, and our solution can be more efficient and suitable for it. Was different for me.
That's great. Any other questions from the audience? Ella has a comment here, right? But our students might not necessarily share our beliefs, so it's equally important to know our students' opinions about the point, as it might help teachers to plan ahead more effectively. Yes, thanks. Thank you very much, Ella, for your comment.
That was a comment too. Well, so Ukrat, John, yeah. We were discussing in a chat the issue of pronunciation. So,
Okay, perfect. I mean, it's a great comment because we need to understand ourselves as well as our learners. I mean, this is something which can be done together, not one-sided. It's very interactive, right?
Actually, I
Well,
have a question to three of them.
Okay, okay. Eleonora, please
Yeah.
do.
So, first of all, I want to congratulate three of them and Jasurbek as a mentor as well, because it's really difficult to mentor so many students in one go. So I know that you've been teaching, I think, the whole group, and you had to mentor at the same time. So well done. And I have a question. So what do you think? For example, we have all mentioned that, oh, it's so good that you are studying very early, but that was like the perspective of experienced teachers. What about the new novice teachers who are like just starting their teaching journey? Do you think it was a good idea to learn exploratory action research at this stage? So early, let's say? Maybe I can invite Mohlaroyim. Do you wanna?
Yes. Yeah, it was really important. Well, thank you for all of you and our teacher, the Just Perfect teacher also. We learned a lot. And during our practicum, yes, we had so many problems and we didn't had any guidance on how to solve those problems. We did our practicum in our first year, second year, and in third year, finally, we had a guidance to solve our problems during our teaching. So, yeah, thank you so much. How to solve our problems and improve our teaching.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very interesting points that you mentioned, that knowing how to solve the problem at this stage, and practicum is like the scary thing for many teachers, especially for prospective teachers. Okay, so how about others? Who else we had?
Dilshoda y Sarvnos.
Oh yeah, Dilshoda and Hoshim Jonova.
Okay, everyone. Thank you for all of the organizators, and in the future, as a future teacher, I will use several strategies such as flexible timing and providing extra tasks for faster learners and giving additional support to slower students. And I noticed that teacher's role is the most important process of organizing the lesson effectively. I really happy and I want to participate in like this conference. Thank you, Eleonora and Jasurbek teacher.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, I think Hoshim Jonava, do you want to comment? Like, do you think it's a good idea to learn teacher research at such an early stage of your teaching career? Can you, mute yourself? Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Start.
Oh, yes, it's important doing teacher research. Well, I want to say thank you to our teacher who explained us everything in detail and patiently. Even though we are half teachers and doing research, we also need a teacher to conduct it in proper way. That's why we should always have research to learn new things or find solution to problems.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you. I think so then they highlighted the importance of having a mentor.
May I answer this question too? Because this is the kind of the question that that also relates to my experience too. First of all, that I'm going to thank you to Eleonora, who just wanted to give us kind of chance to participate in this kind of international conference as a mentor for me, as a mentee for my students. And I'm going to say that I'm being envious of having this kind of classes at this level. And I just wanted to have this kind of things maybe in my bachelor's, like in my undergraduate degree, while just following through the kind of handouts and lesson plans and presentation and all kind of materials that why I just missed my much time doing some kind of unimportant things like not doing kind of research like exploratory. I only did some kind of research in kind of in English literature and literature studies and translation them, and so I'm going to do some kind of research in teaching and methodology too. So a great appreciation for Eleonora and other organizers like in this conference. Thank you very much for having me and having us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasurbek, for mentoring these prospective teachers. It was very inspiring. Okay, I need to say again that I shared the link for the certificates, the link for feedback, and the attendance form. Actually, I know that we chairs need to fill that attendance, but participants, I mean, if you spend time to share your attendance, that will be okay. Okay. Any comments before I close the session? Any questions? There is a comment to you, Eleonora. Eleonora, for students, yet it is especially if they have willing to become researchers.
Yeah,
in the
I
future.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree, Shrajan. That's why we are like, this is actually my PhD area.
Yes. Actually, in the Turkish context, starting from 2018, we had a reflective practice course in the third year and a practicum, I mean, exploratory action research course during the practicum. And I heard one of your students said, like, mentoring during the practicum process. I mean, that is very supporting, very guiding. I mean, when students have their mentors with them, I mean, we say the school teachers are mentors, the faculty staff are supervisors. I mean, jargon changes, but I mean, our supporting our learners is invaluable, really precious, and they recognize it. They really learn from the context if they are supported by their mentors.
Yeah.
Very happy to hear that. Ella, you want to say something?
Well, so then, since you welcome one last comment.
Okay, we have time.
I decided to take a chance, right? A comment about, because also Eleonora mentioned, right, that's a very interesting area to observe how undergraduate teachers, students who are learning and doing practicum. At the same time, how they find conducting research on their own helpful for their future career and for their practicum purposes. My thought is about practicing teachers, most of us here, practicing teachers. Being a teacher trainer, I also observe one tendency. The teachers, are afraid of reading research because they found it intimidating. Lots of figures, it's difficult to understand because of the language and academies, terminology. But I hope, I do not have yet enough evidence, but I hope and observe that teachers who conduct their own classroom-based research change their attitude to academic research done by big names and linguists. So they start approaching it with more confidence. Oh, we will understand and we will be able to apply it to our teaching, to our classroom. So this serves both purposes, exploring their own classroom, but also educating themselves in how to deal with, how to apply more academic large-scale research, how to derive value from that papers published in journals in some way. So I think we have double benefits, right? Conducting this research. So yeah, that was my thought about teachers, practicing teachers doing research, at the same time learning about research done by others. So that could be a very grateful two sides benefit for us.
Yeah, very good opportunity for continuous lifelong learning, right? Our students are our resources for learning, which is precious. Okay, any comments? Okay, we came to the end of this session block. I would like to sincerely thank all of the presenters, the mentors, and the participants for their contributions. The presentations today have demonstrated how exploratory action research enables teachers to investigate real classroom challenges and develop meaningful pedagogical solutions. Before we close, please remember to complete the conference attendance feedback forms and the certificates. And thank you again for joining us today. And we hope you enjoy the rest of the conference on Sunday. We have a plenary session at 2015 British time. You are welcome to join us. And thank you very much again. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Sudan, for sharing.
Thank
I
you.
just shared, if you wanna go to room 3 and you don't know, because some of you may not access it. So I just shared the room 3 details just for you, FYI.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.